Hare Krishna, Namaste, Chapter 18, Sloka 66, Part 97. Sarva-dharmān parityajya, mām ekaṁ śaraṇaṁ vraja, ahaṁ sarva-pāpebhyo, mokṣayiṣyāmi ma śucaḥ. Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. In the previous session, we learned the integrated meaning of Charma Sloka, followed by some questions that was arised. Why I should aspire for happiness in the spiritual world while I am already happy here. We saw the answer through the logic called Arkecha Madhivindeta Kimartam Parvatam Vrajet. The honey in hand and the honey over there are not the same. The one which is over there is high in quality. Likewise, the happiness over there in the spiritual world cannot be compared with the happiness in this world. Therefore, one must aspire sincerely to attain that spiritual world where we can eternally have happiness by serving the Lord. The happiness here is mixed with dukkhaṁ, miseries, but the happiness over there is pure. Then the next question came, what about the heavenly planet? Over there the happiness is pure too. It is not mixed with dukkhaṁ. The response to that question was through the nyaya called nasti akrita kritena nyayah. Anything that gets created by us will be finished one day. So going to heaven is through our effort of doing yaha and yagya. Therefore, that sukham that we get over there is going to be finished one day. Whereas the spiritual world exists all the time. Therefore, the happiness exists all the time. And the third question raised was, well, surrendering means giving up everything? I'm not ready for it. And the answer we got is through Trina Jaloka Nyayah. One has to gradually get detached. For that, one must first get attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, like how the leech catch hold of its destination first and gradually leaves the source. And we ended the previous session with the question, what happens if we invite the Lord into our heart? That we are going to learn through another logic called Bhikshu Pada Prasharana Nyayah. A beggar wants to get a max out of a rich man, but he knows very well if we go and ask him a lump sum of money, he will be rejected. First he approaches the rich man and asks for some little help, and the rich man helps. Next day he enters past the gate and then asks for a little more. The rich man gives. And the third day the bhikshu goes closer to the entrance of the rich man's house and asks little more, and the rich man gives. And the fourth day the bhikshu enters the house of the rich man and asks more, and the rich man gives. In this way, the bhikshu, not giving any clue to the rich man, enters into his house and takes away everything. This logic may not sound as a good logic because it is like cheating someone and taking away their property. But interestingly, this logic is perfectly suitable for the Lord. He does that, in fact, to one who has surrendered unto him. One may ask why? Everything belongs to the Lord. Then why should he do things like this? He can take whenever he wants, whatever he wants, being the Lord of everything. Yes, he could do that. In fact, he can do to any of the things in the entire creation. Because when the Lord takes them away, they do not repel. But there is one who runs away when the Lord comes to take. That is the Jivatma community. When the Lord says, "You belong to me," and we say, "No way, I belong to myself." In 65th Sloka, part 5, we saw a beautiful conversation between the Lord and the Jivatma, where the Lord tries to prove that He is the actual proprietor, owner of the Jivatma, and the Jivatma refuses to all the reasonings that the Lord gives. For those who missed, kindly refer to that beautiful conversation and how the Lord finally convenes the Jivatma. So in this analogy, like how the bhikshu slowly enters into the rich man's house and occupies the entire property, likewise the Lord asks us to give a little space in our heart. If at all we give, then the Lord occupies us completely. It takes over the complete control of us. Therefore, Nammalvar, he warns that better be careful before you letting him inside your heart. செஞ்சோல் கவிகால் உயிர்காத்து ஆட்செய்யுன் திருமாலிருஞ்சோலை வஞ்சக் கல்வன் மாமாயன் மாய கவியாய் வந்து என் நெஞ்சும் உயிரும் உள்கலந்து நின்றார் அறியா வண்ணம் என் நெஞ்சும் உயிரும் அவை உண்டு தானேயாய் நிறைந்தானே. The Lord asked for a little space in my heart. Thinking to help him, I also accepted. Vanjak Kalvan is a cheater. Even before I realized, he completely occupied and took over me. I don't belong to me anymore. Therefore, my friends, better be careful before you let him in. Else you will be finished. You will not be able to have control of yourself. You will become a slave. You will be completely lost in him. Therefore, because of this, you will not be able to be independent. Your business of enjoying this world will come to an end. You will have no time to do your worldly things because you will be completely immersed in his thoughts. So all we have to do is invite the Lord into our heart in a helpless state and give him little space, and that we can understand through the Bhikshu Pada Prasarana Nyaya. One may ask, why is that the Lord really cares for me? The answer is, there is a need. There is a need from his side, like how there is a need from our side, from him. Like two people who are traveling on a tour on their respective horse cart stayed in a place to rest. But after some time, the fire broke in that area. One of the person ran to save his cart, whereas the other person ran to save his horse. The one who ran to save the cart lost his horse. The horse ran away out of fear of fire. The man who went to save the horse lost the cart. One man only had the cart, another man only had the horse. Now what to do? How to travel? It is clear that the man who had cart needs horse, whereas the other man who has the horse needs cart. They both worked out and came up with a plan. Let's tie my horse to your cart and continue our journey, because you need a cart and I need a horse. You don't have horse, I have horse. I don't have horse, you have cart. So let's tie them together so we can continue our journey happily. This logic, Nyaya, is called Nashtashva Dhagdarata Nyaya. Similarly, we are in need of something from the Lord, and the Lord is in need of something from us. This is beautifully explained in Stotra Ratnam, written by a great saint called Alavandar, who is also famously known as Yamunacharya. He says there, Tadaham twadritena natavan madrte tvam dayaniyavan nacha vidhi nirmitam etam anyavam bhagavan palaya masma jihapaha. He says, Listen, my Lord, you have one requirement, one need, and I have one need. My need can only be fulfilled by you, and your need can only be fulfilled by me. We could understand the first part, that we are always needing something or the other from the Lord. But what does the Lord need from us? It's quite interesting. From the stotra, we can understand Lord also needs something from us. Let's see. What I need from you is your shelter, your protection. You are Natha. There is no one else I can go to take shelter who can protect me. When the great soul speaks about protection, they don't much care about the body. They're talking about protection of their Atma. Therefore, here LalGopaldas says that I need your shelter. There is no one else can give me that protection. Okay, that is understandable. What does the Lord needs from us? He needs a suitable candidate to whom he can show his daya, compassion. And LalGopaldas says, you will not find any other suitable candidate to show your daya than me, because I am the most fallen soul in the entire creation. If you show your daya to someone else other than me, it is nothing great about your daya. It's like a rich man who will not glorified for his charity if he gives money to another person who has money. He is glorified only if he gives to one who doesn't have that. Likewise, I am the most fallen soul and the perfect candidate for your compassion, daya. Therefore, you are in need of me to sustain your daya. Otherwise, you cannot be called as Dayalu. You saving Prahlad, Vibhishana, Gajendra is not a big thing. Your daya is not glorified by saving them. If your daya has to be really shown, really to be glorified, then I am the person that you're looking for. You need me. Like that of one man was in need of chariot, another man was in need of horse. They worked together to continue their journey. Likewise, my Lord, you need of me and I in need of you. So, my dear Lord, let's work together to meet our needs. This has been the mood of all great acharyas. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his Sharanagati prayers, he says, Bharasha amoy e matranath tumita karuna moy tava dhaya patra nahi mora shamo avashya kuchabhe bhaya. O Lord, you are my only hope, because you are full of compassion. You will not find anyone else who is more eligible for your mercy. Therefore, I am confident that you will remove my fear of material existence. The interesting point is that all these great souls who are sinless are feeling sinful. All this great soul who must be fearless of this material existence are fearful. Whereas we who are full of sin thinks we are sinless. And we who must be always fearful of material existence are fearless. That mood has to change by following the footsteps of such great souls. With that last note, we conclude Sloka 66. In the battlefield, Arjuna was completely lost, confused, disturbed. But Krishna, with affection and out of compassion, being his charioteer, cleared all his doubts, starting from the basics on body and Atma differences, and explained to him the various means of attaining him. All these were clearly, without any room for doubts or questions, Krishna explained to Arjuna. Arjuna very carefully and attentively grasped all the instructions up to the point of this sloka, sarva-dharmān parityajya ekaṁ śaraṇaṁ vraja ahaṁ sarva-pāpebhyo mokṣayiṣyāmi śucaḥ. Krishna has poured all the knowledge of the Upanishads into Bhagavad Gita, and finally he also gave the essence of all the scriptures in this 66th sloka. There is nothing more left. There is nothing beyond this left for Krishna to tell us. Arjuna developed a clear understanding of the truth, the means and the goal, tattva, hita and purushartha, the ultimate reality, the means to achieve the supreme goal of life and the goal of human endeavor. From Krishna's teaching, in case Arjuna has a desire to share this knowledge with others, Krishna puts condition over the next two verses, to whom Arjuna should not hand it down and with whom he can share. In the 67th sloka, Krishna says, who are those to whom you should not be sharing this knowledge? And in 68th sloka, Krishna tells who are those to whom you can share. But before we get into the 67th and 68th sloka, in our next session, we will summarize what we have learned so far in the 66th sloka. Thank you. Hare Krishna.